Because there are reports that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and their children could be set to lose their royal titles if and when Prince William becomes monarch.
So that they would no longer have a title whatsoever, and their children would lose what Meghan Markle once referred to as their birthright.
William is willing to cut a limb in order to save the body. He's willing to even sacrifice the titles of his children in order to clean the Windsor house, because enough is enough. And Harry and Meghan know it, and they're absolutely panicking because there's nothing.
The clock's running out for Prince Harry, and he knows it, while King Charles faces his illness head-on. William's quietly stepping up with a plan that could wipe Harry's royal identity clean off the map. The titles, the legacy, the privilege gone in one royal swoop. Right now, Harry's high above the Atlantic. But this isn't some warm family visit or charity tour. This is a desperate dash, a fight for his royal survival. Sources close to Buckingham Palace say he jumped on a private jet the second he realized the danger closing in. The monarchy isn't just thinking about it. Interview.1.11
about
1.2.
I think there's much of a relationship between William and Andrew, but I think Harry and Meghan should be shaking in their boots right now if they are not already. And they could have had the best of all worlds if they had played their cards right, but this was
They're preparing to strip him and Meghan of their titles once and for all. King Charles's cancer diagnosis didn't just shift the tone of public appearances. It shook the entire foundation of the crown. What the world sees as a health crisis is behind closed doors a full-blown power shift. Insiders call it the quiet succession. William, once the reserved heir, has now become the monarchy's de facto ruler. While Charles battles his illness, William's running strategy meetings, diplomatic briefings, and taking full control of the family's public image. His leadership style, ice-cold and efficient.
Do you think that's what... Well,
I do. I really do feel it will happen, and I think it's important to note that it won't be a revenge play by William. It's very much...
View.2.02/2.11 Charles leads with heart. William leads with precision. And under William's rule, there's no room for emotional reunions or second chances. Especially not for Harry. To William, the monarchy isn't a family anymore. It's a brand. And every brand needs strict reputation control. He doesn't see Harry and Meghan as wronged royals, but as liabilities, walking PR disasters. Every explosive interview, every streaming deal, every tell-all book has chipped away at the crown's credibility, and William's patience has officially run dry. As one royal aide reportedly said, William's cleaning house. The monarchy isn't a charity for wayward royals. That one line says it all. For years, Charles's compassion kept Harry in the royal picture longer than anyone expected. But William's taking the reins now, and sentimentality isn't part of his playbook. Once that crown, symbolic or real, rests on his head, he won't hesitate to cut away anyone dragging down the royal machine. And guess whose name sits right at the top of that list? Harry's. Before boarding that flight, Harry made one last plea, a request for a private meeting with his father and brother. He wanted to talk man to man, son to father, brother to brother, but the palace silent. Not a single reply, not even a polite acknowledgement, no meeting, no message, nothing. That's silence. It spoke volumes. In the royal world, silence isn't indifference, it's dominance. It means we hold the power and we don't need to explain a thing. Behind the scenes, William's team has been planning this move for months, packaging it as royal modernization. But everyone knows what that really means, cutting loose anyone who weakens the brand. The plan's gaining serious traction, and Harry's sudden flight feels less like a homecoming and more like a last-ditch attempt to stop the inevitable. Insiders whisper that while Harry's chasing peace, William's chasing results. He's not looking for hugs or family therapy sessions. He's cleaning up the royal mess one name at a time. William's mission is clear. He's cutting out the noise and proving he can defend the crown's dignity. Every move, every silence, every decision now screams control. Even palisades, who once pied Harry, have turned cold. One insider told the Mirror, he made his choice. Now he's facing the consequences. That single line says everything. So when Harry's plane lands in London, he's not coming home to family warmth. He's walking straight into a fortress that's already sealed his fate. Sure, the palace gates might open for him, but not with open arms. He's no longer the cherished son or brother. He's the risk no one wants near the throne. Before her passing, Queen Elizabeth II didn't just leave a legacy. She left warnings. And one of them, insiders say, was aimed right at Meghan Markle. Her Majesty reportedly told Meghan never to use her royal title for profit. But Meghan didn't just ignore that warning. She built her brand on it. From archetypes to the Netflix series, even her books, every project leaned on her Duchess title. And now, with whispers of her new cosmetics venture, things have hit a boiling point. The Instagram teasers, polished clips of Meghan applying lipstick with hidden labels, sent shockwaves through royal circles. To William, that wasn't ambition. It was rebellion. Meghan's building a Hollywood empire on the same royal identity she claimed to escape. Meeting with Vogue, Chloe and Molly, she's rebranding herself as a global beauty visionary. But to William, that's not entrepreneurship. That's exploitation. The late Queen's warning was clear. No royal should ever sell the crown. And whether Meghan means to orn it, she's doing just that. The same royal rules that once gave her status are now the reason to take it away. Meghan wanted independence. And soon she might get it in the harshest way possible. The YouGov poll followed. And Buckingham Palace was rocked by the findings. 47% of British people think Meghan Markle is a bigger threat to the monarchy than Prince Andrew. Give that some thought. A former actress is thought to pose a greater threat to the monarchy than a guy involved in one of its most heinous crimes. That poll was William's smoking gun, the proof he had been waiting for. The statistics now supported his father's warning that the public's patience was waning. Credibility is essential to the monarchy's power, and Harry and Meghan are undermining it. William lost tolerance after seeing the statistics. According to sources, he is not interested in waiting on Parliament. According to one insider, he wants it resolved now. The poll was more than a reflection of public opinion. William was given the people had spoken, and he had their allegiance. Meghan's side, meanwhile, dismissed the findings, accusing the media of being biased. However, it was confirmation behind the palace walls. William's tactic proved effective. The message was plain. The customers no longer trust the Sussex brand, and monarchies are a business. That can only imply one thing in William's Britain. It's time to end the agreement. Whispers about war planning have taken place inside Buckingham Palace. William's next action is not sentimental. It involves surgery. First, publicly discredit Prince Andrew. Parliament will strip him of every last title and privilege for the world to see. Step 2. Silently apply the same legal precedent to Harry and Meghan. Unstoppable, cold and accurate. This is no longer brotherly drama. It's a royal restructuring. William has a straightforward idea for the monarchy. No more PR mess, no more emotional baggage. He desires a monarchy that is strong, well-run, profitable, and operates like a slick, contemporary corporate. The biggest liabilities in that arrangement are Oprah's revelations and Harry and Meghan's Netflix deals. William's scheme is brilliant since it is disguised. It's reform, not retaliation. The monarch can argue that it is merely adhering to contemporary etiquette once Parliament establishes the precedent. It's methodical on paper. However, everyone in the palace is aware of the reality. The board is set. And this is William's last chess move. William's shadow deepens as King Charles's health subtly deteriorates. As a ruler in waiting, he is already being briefed and making choices that will define the royal brand. And that's what makes Harry shudder. There is no queen to lessen the blow, no father to protect him, and no mother to mediate. Peace is what the king desires. However, the heir desires authority. William cannot afford the luxury of mercy in this new regime. Meghan Markle, on the other hand, continues to play her own game and, at least in the news, convert dust into diamonds. The most recent example is her purportedly award-winning podcast, Confessions of a Female Founder. The Spotify deal ended in silence. Reviews were mediocre, and hardly anyone watched. But in some way, she's showing off 2 glittering signal prizes as if she's suddenly taken the business by storm. Insiders refer to this ability to turn image into influence as the Meghan effect. The truth is not necessary for her. All she needs is faith. The illusion is enhanced by each camera flash, well-chosen headline, and flawless Instagram post. However, cracks are visible beneath the shine. The project was all flair, no substance, according to former colleagues. Rumor has it that Meghan's fixation on appearance has alienated many even from her camp. And that's precisely where the Williams team is most effective. Every empty headline serves as evidence that they are exploiting her image game as a weapon against her, so Meghan is not misinterpreted. She is cunning. Meghan's style of glossy rebellion is seen as blasphemy and heels for a monarchy based on moderation and calm dignity. It was the foundation of her kingdom, yet it fades quickly. The crash will be devastating once the public realizes the illusion. Even though Meghan is an expert storyteller, the palace is writing the conclusion this time. Harry appeared to be untouchable at one point. The rebel prince became a worldwide celebrity. However, Sources now claim that he appears to be a man burdened by his own disobedience. He used to boast about his freedom, but now it has turned into loneliness. California was meant to be a place of sunlight, waves, tranquility, and paradise. Rather, it is now the setting for a silent unraveling. Harry is reportedly lost, restless, and plagued by regret. His identity seems empty without his regal titles. Harry Windsor is no longer the soldier prince. Not quite a major figure in Hollywood, but merely a man vacillating between two worlds. Desperation has taken the place of that blazing resistance. He's reaching out once more, attempting to establish harmony, and exploring the possibility of reconciliation. Insiders in the palace, however, don't think so. One source sneered at his previous apology. Then another documentary was released. Meghan's empire is collapsing in the meantime. Her power is waning, her programs are failing, and royal security is in jeopardy. The idea of losing that shield is horrifying for a man who was nurtured under decades of protection. Harry is caught between love and legacy, according to his closest pals. Though he knows deep down that he contributed to the storm, he still wants to keep Meghan safe. Even he is beginning to question whether it is too late to reconcile with the crown he once rejected as the walls get closer. Imagine it. No Prince Archie. No Princess Elizabeth. No Duke and Duchess of Sussex, just Harry and Meghan Windsor. Two former royals attempting to make it in the spotlight without the royal safety net. The loss would upset everything, not just hurt. Million-dollar doors, elite deals, protection, power, and access are all associated with those titles. Remove them, and the Sussex empire starts to fall apart quickly. William's victory makes the monarchy more brutally efficient, leaner, and cleaner. It will require the greatest act of humility since Edward VII relinquished his throne. Though, if Harry manages to return, one thing is certain, regardless of whether Harry regains his family or permanently loses his royal name, even royalty can't escape reality this time. If you've read this far, please hit the like button. Leave a comment with your ideas, and remember to subscribe for more royal bombshells.